This angle is in a way perfect. Everything necessary is visible, and now let's see if I'm audible or not. Hope I am. So yeah, I think I am kinda audible. Am I? Hello? Oh, sorry. Am I audible? I think so. This is like the best. I don't know. There is some problem with the mic. I don't know what, bro. Uh, Anyways, I have to make some use of it. Let's see. Okay, cool. It's decent enough audible. Now, let me search the color. Yeah, raw umber. Last time it got dry completely, so I have to refill it. So here it is, raw umber again. Okay. So today I'll be focusing mostly on this left hand, means her right hand, my left, means, but for me it is in the left direction, left mine. So I'll be focusing on this part, and let's start. Of course, I made some mistakes, I can see clearly. So let's work on it. Let me focus it a bit more so that you guys would be able to see the work that I'm actually doing. Okay. The hands part. I hope. Yeah. So this is where I'll be working mostly today. So okay, but this view has its own problems. You won't be able to uh, see the color mixes that I'm doing right now. So what should I do? I think this is better. Anyways, so the darkest color, which is raw umber, I've added a hint of liquid to it for it to dry sooner. Now, purest form of white. For this painting, I'm using just two pigments. One is titanium white, and one is this raw umber. So that I could, in a way, create this black and white painting. It's not black actually, it is like single tone, single color. Then I'll add more colors to it. But first, let's work on simpler stuff. intermediate color here. So I could clearly see that I messed up a bit in this finger part. Okay, so this is where I'll be working first. Let's focus on the shape first. Okay, then anything else. So okay. Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, let's. You know what's the best part of oil painting is you can actually remove the colors. If you see that you have made a mistake, just simply you can remove. See, all the colors gone. Now I can rework on it. And since I know the very anatomy of finger, I know this bone is going to be like this, and okay, let's zoom it a bit. Let's just block in, means find the blocks first. I know block in general means adding colors, the color which is at the ballpark of any place. But hey, someone, hey Shubhangi, you joined. Hi, bro. You're there. Cool. Anyways, so just fixing this part a bit. Now, since it is cylindrical, as I know, so fingers are cylindrical, of course. We all do have. Anyways, thing is, hey, thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. Anyways, made a mistake. ये जगह इतना भी डार्क नहीं होगा. So I hope you guys can see the colors that I'm using. So these are very subtle, minute shifts, but it's significant. I'm just building the form, proper form right now. That's my aim. इसका हाथ अभी भी चुड़ैल जैसा लग रहा है, बट आई कांट डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट. चुड़ैल है तो नाखून बड़ा कर ही देते थोड़ा सा. Yes. पहले शेप इम्प्रूव करते हैं, उसके बाद देखा जाएगा. So प्रॉब्लम विद ट्रांसपेरेंट कलर्स इज दैट चढ़ता नहीं है जल्दी ये. Like it gets very how can I say, like just the canvas, the background starts showing up very soon, very easily, so it's difficult to work with transparent pigments. And raw umber is one of those difficult transparent pigments. Not difficult, it's just its property, and once you know what it is, you can use it according to your will and understanding. चलिए वाला तो थोड़ा बेटर बना है पहले से. ठीक है, कोई ना. ओके. एक क्लियर डिस्टिंक्शन होना चाहिए बैकग्राउंड, मतलब शैडो में और बैकग्राउंड में. सो this is what I'm doing right now, making this distinction. This is the background, this is the shadow. Okay. Hi Ripan, thanks bro. तो देखिए भाई, यही मैं कर रहा हूँ आजकल रात में बैठ के. At least it is better than scrolling Insta feeds. ये हेल्थ कार्ड वाला भी काम कराना था यार. कल मैं आता हूँ लैब में. ओके, रिफंड वाला काम कर लिया जाएगा. उतना अच्छा लग नहीं रहा है ये, मतलब पता नहीं भाई, इसको कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. कैप्सूल जैसा लग रहा है यार, बताओ. कैप्सूल जैसा लग रहा है. कैसे इम्प्रूव किया जाए इसको. ओके, पॉसिबली थोड़ा सा. ओके, एंड ये ऐसे थोड़ा सा. भाई आई हैव मेस्ड दिस अप, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर. ये अब ठीक मैं पता नहीं कैसे करूँगा, बट या आई एम प्रीटी श्योर दैट आई मेस्ड इट अप. ओके, तो that is why it is suggested to make clean, crisp, clear boundaries first. And don't mess up with the boundaries once you have created it. Edges. By boundaries, I mean edges. But yeah, okay, fine, it works in life as well. Anyways, आ जाओ. थोड़ा लाइट का काम करते हैं. शैडो में तो मैंने मैस कर ही दिया. पता नहीं भाई ये ठीक कैसे होगा. कर ही लूँगा कुछ ना कुछ. बस तू कैप्सूल जैसा मत दिख भाई. पहले से ठीक हुआ. पहले से तो ठीक हुआ. शुभांगी क्या बोल रही है? भाई साहब तेरी तरह टैलेंटेड नहीं हो, मुझे इसलिए सिर्फ इंस्टा ही चलाना है. अरे भाई इंस्टा चला अबे, बट जानती है इंस्टा जो है ना ब्रेन वॉश करता है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. इसीलिए मैं थोड़ा उससे दूरी बनाए रखने का ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, और कुछ नहीं. इम्प्रूव तो हुआ पहले से, नो डाउट. सही है भाई, सही है. चुड़ैल का नाखून भी बड़ा हो गया. भाई यार ये बंदी अगर एक्चुअली में जानेगी मैं इसको चुड़ैल बोल रहा हूँ, कितना गाली देगी. खैर जाने दो, तब का तब देखा जाएगा. इम्प्रूव तो हुआ है, बट हाँ साला वैल्यू मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा डार्क दे दिया यहाँ पे. इतना भी डार्क नहीं होगा ये. बाकी काम इसके बाद किया जाएगा. जाने दो यार, हो गया. ठीक लग रहा है, अच्छी बात है. By the way, I'm using this medium soft bristle brush. It is not too soft like the sable ones and not too hard like hog hair ones. जब बता ही रहा हूँ तो बता देता हूँ क्या क्या यूज़ कर रहा हूँ मैं. लाइक यू शुड नो materials that I'm using, and these are almost most of them are inexpensive, bro. अच्छा, ठीक है, कोई ना. अगर बोर हो जाऊंगा तो just start working on some other portion of this painting instead of this, because it is actually very difficult, and I am not having this feeling that I should work on something difficult right now. I'm pretty tired kind of feeling. So पता नहीं भाई. पता नहीं, शायद मुझे इतना ज़्यादा डिटेल्स भी देना नहीं चाहिए, बिकॉज ऐसे पेंटिंग में एक एक चीज़ तो दिखता है नहीं. मेरी वो मतलब क्या कहते हैं, इट्स नॉट अ फोटोग्राफ, इट्स अ पेंटिंग. सो आई शुड कीप दैट इन माई माइंड. भाई नहीं हो रहा है इसका काम. ठीक है अभी तक के लिए. I'll take a charcoal pencil and I'll sketch it properly, because I am unable to sketch it using a paintbrush. I'm not that comfortable. Okay. नेक्स्ट बार सब सीधा कलर डालेंगे, बहुत हो गया भाई. Blending has become a habit, but during this stage my values should be correct instead of just being very soft blended. trust me when I say it. Currently, I'm actually focused on what else should I paint after this. I actually want to paint a photograph instead of a study by Old Master. So yeah, let's see what I'll do. I don't know, but it will be something like this. The rest of the details I'll add with colors, because value wise it is almost spot on. Okay. Yes, it looks a bit hideous. That's a different concern. It isn't supposed to be like this bent. Okay. So I'm reworking on it now. Shifting some minute boundaries. And let's see. Making some transitions smoother and some not so smoother. This one, like it is too dark. It's not supposed to be this dark. Yeah, fine, ठीक है भाई, हो गया. It's an improvement from how it was initially. Not too much improvement, but still there is some sort of improvement. I don't know, there are some people who really love working on hands. I don't know how they do it, seriously. Working on hands, not with hands. I'm also painting with my hands, and yeah, there's a certain pleasure in creating something with your own two hands. That draftsmanship, that some kind of romantic feeling. So, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some artists who specifically like painting hands. Like, why, bro? How? Seriously. Anyways, here I am making minute adjustments. ठीक है, it is decent. बाकी के माइन्यूट चीज़ों पे काम किया जाएगा. अभी के लिए भाई इतना बहुत है. Need to have a mindset that आज मैं ये ऐसा कुछ पेंट करने वाला हूँ before you actually start painting, because it's difficult. These types of painting, it's difficult. Okay, and it requires more of your attention than the feeling of let loose. So I need to have this inner feeling that okay, fine, today I'm going to be very thorough, serious, sincere. I can't let loose. I have to be very methodical in a way. But yeah, I think it needs more patience and probably one day off. I can draw with paintbrush. The thing is, I'm not that comfortable and confident with it. Nothing more. Anyone can draw with any tool if they are willing to draw. works just fine. So let's not rush. Okay, now let's just work on the flowers part and then I'll be done. Like literally done with. While painting, I might get a bit silent sometimes because focus. So I start focusing on a lot of things. So please ignore this thing of mine. By the way, I am going to do something stupid. So letting you know in advance that I will probably be doing something like this. And let's make the boundaries first before breaking them. So this is raw umber and I'm adding a hint of liquid. More than just a hint of liquid this time, because I want it to be like very, very transparent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this entire place with this color. Doesn't make sense, right? Probably after some time I also feel the same, that why the fuck I did it. But yeah, for the time being, I think this is the direction where the painting should head, and this is what I'm doing right now. Nothing but just a toned piece of canvas. so that colors can adhere to it. That was my thought process behind this sort of craziness. Finally, done with it. Now I actually have a tone on the place, those places where flowers are supposed to be. Okay. And it's totally fine. See? Okay. Now let's make the petals. Now I'm a bit more worried. How? How will I be able to do this? I've already had. Oh, by the way, this is a transparent color. It is not opaque. Raw umber. Oh, titanium white is opaque. Umbers are mostly transparent. Whether it is raw umber or burnt umber, both are transparent. Pigments. Okay. But yes, if I'll add a lot of medium, which is liquid, so it will also become transparent, which I don't want. So I'm adding a hint of more color to it. Now let's see how much its consistency is. I think this will work just fine. So let's start with actually making the petals, the very prominent white ones, like this. And instead of making it exactly the way it is, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go with the flow which I can see. Okay, so it is somewhat like this. Almost transparent. I don't want it to be transparent, come on. There has to be some sort of opacity. Oops. Anyways. Works just fine. So now let's make this a bit darker. It is getting merged with the background. So let's fix the background a bit. Nothing much, just hint of raw umber, thinly, very thinly applied. And this is the magic what it does. Fine. Now I can paint with peace. I'm actually already at peace, but still, okay. This is the color, right? So let's make some petals. Oops. Anyways, I'm just trying to make these flowers a bit believable. That's it. Not too much difficulty and making each and every petal look exactly the way I see it. Nah, I'm not doing it right now. Okay, just making some marks the way I see it. Nothing more, nothing less. No one is going to check each and every petal and see if I have copied it perfectly just fine or not. Just enjoying the process. And talking random shit. Sometimes it makes more sense, trust me. Anyways, so this is where the center of the flower is. This is where center of another flower is. This is already there. I made it. So what can I do? One line here, one line here. At least this is the way I see things. Maybe wrong, but yeah. Anyways. It's looking pretty, it's not looking that bad. I know it's not looking like a real flower, but ठीक है. It is something. No, not this one, sorry. Okay. I'm just trying to make the best of what I can with what I have. Whatever I'm seeing, I'm painting, I'm drawing it. Maybe it's wrong, but ठीक है. At least it is something. I can work on it during the later parts of the painting. But at least for the time being now, I should have something. Right. Anyways, now Almost done. What is this? Hey, it's just a flower. It should have been like this. Forward to. This part is showing the details of this dress. I want to apply this color very thinly, okay, so that I could work on it. By the way, this is hog hair bristle brush. Okay. Now let's make some details. Crazy details. Not too crazy, but okay, fine. Some sort of details. One of which is the stitch lines, which is being followed throughout. This is good enough. Too much white, too much white. Now let's mix darker tones. Of course I need liquid. This is for the shadow part of the dress. It's not the shadow, but the design part of the dress. It clearly shows that there is some sort of design over here, so I'm just keeping it. The stitches are done in supposed to be some vertical lines going from top to bottom. Of course, every vertical line is from top to bottom. So let's make some things like this. when I'm almost done with the painting, then I'll work on these minute details. But for the time being, I'll just keep it like this. I don't know if the work I'm doing is it visible or not. I hope it is. So I have been painting for 1 hour now, and I think this painting is in that stage where I can simply let it dry so that I could work on the later part, next stages of the painting once this one is done. So yeah, I am in that phase of painting right now as far as I can understand, for the most part. Let's make some branches, not branches, like some stems. Supposed to be a bit bent, little hint of mobility, flexibility. Oh, somehow picked up the red color, and this is a very strong red. Anyways, no harm, no foul. This is how shadow comes into play. It's okay, Shamdan. ठीक है यार, हो गया. कितना बनाऊंगा? Now let's focus on the background, because the background actually literally needs a lot of work, like tremendous amount of work. Okay. this. So let me show you how the painting looks right now after all the work that I've done. I don't like to make this much detail. But sometimes one has to do it. It's fine. I'm talking about minute details of each and every petals of flower. I don't like it. So yeah. Anyways. Let me show you the work. And now this painting is ready for the next stage. The grisaille part is done. Thank you friends for supporting me. And with this, hey, there's some mistake I can see. Okay, no, it's just fine. I just need to make some value adjustment here. And that's it. Anyways, so this is how the artwork looks right now. One more. This is what happens, like once you start heading towards the end of a session, suddenly you start seeing some things like minute details, some things that once you see it you have to work on it. You can't simply let it be there, that mistake or whatever it is. Is it like this? Let me see. Yeah, this is good enough. Like I can see things and that's enough for me. So done with this work. I might start working on the other painting which I left in between because I wanted to train my eyes so that I could see things clearly. I wanted to take rest from that piece. That's this painting. So probably tomorrow I'll work on this one and I'll wrap up this painting. Like I'm almost done with it. The way it is right now, I like it. And let me do some proper settings so you guys can see without this distortion. This is how the painting looks. So I'll be working on this painting tomorrow, and yeah, that's it. Anyways, thank you guys. See you tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. And this is the painting. After which I will be working on this one. And by the way, the hands are not looking that ugly. Like initially when I started, it was not that pretty, but now it's not. It's manageable. Like I can work on it. Anyways, bye bye and good night.